Good morning and welcome to the 7th annual Head for the Cure San Antonio Virtual 5K. I'm Steve Spreester. I'm an anchor here at KSAT 12, and I am thrilled to be able to bring this event virtually to you this year. Since Head for the Cure's first race in San Antonio in 2014, your collective efforts have raised more than $640,000 to support brain tumor research and programs. With just $10,000 more, we can hit the $650,000 mark. We still have lots of time to make that happen as well. That's why registration will remain open through tomorrow, Sunday, September 27th. Every registered participant will receive an event t-shirt and a finisher's medal. Please note, they will be mailing these items out in the next few weeks, so be sure to register now if you haven't already. All right, here's some background on Head for the Cure. Head for the Cure exists for three main reasons. The first is to build awareness around this disease. Second is to raise funds to support clinical research and patient programs. Third, and what we are doing here today, igniting hope for those who have ever been faced with a brain tumor diagnosis. By sharing your stories, by posting your pictures of participation, you are showing those patients, survivors, and caregivers they're not alone during this incredibly isolating time. That is so crucial for those in the middle of this fight. You are not alone. We're all here to support you. So thank you for your participation. Head for the Cure is excited to say they have phenomenal national sponsors again this year. VMLY&R, an international advertising agency that helped ignite Head for the Cure the very first year it happened in 2003. It's been by Head for the Cure's side ever since. Get Real Mindset by Harry Campbell has raised more than $440,000 in donations through his speaking engagements and book sales, with 100% of the proceeds coming to Head for the Cure. He has a new book out. It's titled Get Real Mindset, where he really challenges everyone to be the very best version of themselves and embrace changes. NovaCure has been a feature at our events for the past 7 years. NovaCure's Optune device is FDA approved and used to treat glioblastoma patients and help enhance the quality of a patient's life. And Weather 2020. Head for the Cure wants to thank Gary and the team for providing accurate forecasts for all of their events. The local sponsors, we want to make sure we reach out to them as well. We could not do this event without our amazing local supporters. The University Health System, one of the local beneficiaries. Since 1984, the University Health System Foundation has been the fundraising arm for University Health System. For more than 35 years, generous individuals, businesses, organizations have partnered with them to fund innovative medical advancements, visionary programs, and essential services that build lifelines of healing to every corner of our region. We truly appreciate their continued support. Jackson's Frog Foundation, another one of our local beneficiaries. Jackson's Frog Foundation was formed to continue the ministry started by 5-year-old Jackson Davis. His legacy is making a difference for children fighting back against childhood cancer. Thank you for all that you do, and we truly appreciate the continued support. KSAT 12 has supported Head for the Cure in honor of a man who was a big supporter of so many of us here at KSAT. Our longtime news director, Jim Boyle, who passed away in 2014 from brain cancer. Jim took a chance on so many of us here at KSAT 12, including myself. He gave us a start in a city that we love. Jim helped lay the foundation of accountability, truth, and fairness, and most importantly, humanity in our news coverage. He was a mentor to so many people here at KSAT, and we miss him. We send our love to his family, who we know miss him as well. Thank you, Jim. Now on to the virtual runner. This morning, our 5K event will feature a true 5K run by some of our participants and will feature stories from some of our survivors and our caregivers. At this time, we encourage you to post your own photos and videos of you completing your own 5K or exercise to show you are fighting back against this disease. Be sure to tag Head for the Cure to your social posts. We'll also continue our celebration of the brain tumor community after the 5K with our Keeping the Faith and Legacy of Love recognitions and our Celebration of Life program. So be sure to stick around. From all of us here at KSAT 12 and Head for the Cure, thank you for your participation, and we hope you'll enjoy this 5K virtually in your home today.
My name is Catherine Price. I am team captain for Team Frederick. Team Frederick is in honor of my father, who passed away on July 11th, 2014 from stage 4 glioblastoma. We've done it every year since it came to San Antonio. This is our 7th year. We really enjoy getting together with all of the families, showing support for this great organization. I'm about to run a mile for this Head for the Cure virtual, so come along for my run.
from Clara. My dad had a brain tumor back in 2009. He got it removed when I was 2 weeks old. Last year was his 10th year after he beat brain cancer, so we decided to do a blowout. My mom got him the Keeping the Faith Award, and we raised over $2,000, and 26 people signed up for our team, Headstrong. Last year, we got the news that he had tumors on his spinal cord, so they could not remove it because there would be serious consequences. However, he got on a chemo pill and the tumors have shrunk. My dad is not going to give up without a fight. My name is Michelle Hartfield, and my husband Mike is an 11-year-old brain cancer survivor. He was diagnosed with brain cancer in 2009 and has fought the battle with chemo and radiation and continues his fight today. My family and I participated in the first Head for the Cure in San Antonio in 2013. Since then, each year, our team has grown and raised more money, as well as awareness for brain cancer research. Last year, we celebrated Mike's 10-year anniversary and raised $2,000. We are also recognized as one of the largest teams in Team Village. What an experience that was. We had friends and family there to support Mike in his 10-year journey against brain cancer. Mike was also a recipient of the Keeping the Faith Award last year as well and was surrounded by our team, Headstrong. We even had a team that was in Corpus Christi running with us to support Mike and all the others who battle this disease. Brain cancer does not discriminate, and we need a cure. In January 2020, Mike learned that his battle continues. There were tumors found on his spinal cord, and the doctors determined that his cancer has returned. He has started a chemo pill in February and continues to fight cancer today. He will never give up. We want to thank all of our family and friends who support Mike in his journey. We cannot do this alone. Thank you to all who support brain cancer research. We can defeat it step by step.
Come and get your love, come and get your love, come and get your love now. Come and get your love, come and get your love, come and get your love now. Come and get your love, come and get your love, come and get your love now. Come and get your love, come and get your love, come and get your love now. Come and get your love. Come and get your love. Come and get your love. Come and get your love.
I'm Matt Anthony. So I founded Head for the Cure in Kansas City back in '03 when I lost my brother to brain cancer, and we had an idea to do a 5K in our hometown and had 300 people the first year, and now almost 200,000 people, 150 events later. It's been growing, and this is one of our best.
I was going to say, we've been doing this for several years now, so what's your impression of this one so far?
Gosh. It's amazing. We love San Antonio. Of course, KSAT, you guys, it's very close to the hearts of the people at Channel 12, and we so appreciate your support. It's the energy, the support, the community, the solidarity, the celebration from people fighting brain cancer is unmatched than what we see here in San Antonio.
And the funds that are raised goes to help research.
Yes, the funds go to help research right here at University of Health Systems. Also an organization, Jackson Frogs, a young man who lost his life years ago here in San Antonio, his little foundation here. And and it all helps fund research to ultimately find a cure for brain tumors.
All right, Matt, well, thank you for being here.
Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than a hoochie coochie. We laid rubber on the Georgia asphalt, got a little crazy but we never got caught. Down by the river on Friday night, a paramedic came to the bellroom light, talking about cars and dreaming about women, and never had a plan, just a living for the minute. Yeah, way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, never knew how much that muddy water meant to me, but I learned how to swim and I learned who I was. A lot about living and a little about love. Oh, give me some of that. Love it. Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than a hoochie-coochie. We laid rubber on the Georgia asphalt, got a little crazy but we never got caught. Down by the river on a Friday night, a paramedic came to the bellroom light, talking about cars and dreaming about women, never had a plan, just living for a minute. Yeah, way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, never knew how much that muddy water meant to me, but I learned how to swim and I learned who I was. A lot about living and a little about love. Oh, try on that music. Hey! love.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Cerna. I work with KSAT 12, and this is the reason that I participate in Head for the Cure every year. Our late news director, Jim Boyle, when he passed away, it hit our newsroom pretty hard. We were all devastated by it, and it was also devastating watching his family go through that as well. And for me, it hit me personally. I lost my dad just a year before from cancer. From diagnosis to when he passed away, it was 6 months, and it was almost the same amount of time from when Jim was diagnosed until he passed away. So watching his daughters, you know, go through that, and then it was tough, but when they wanted to honor his memory and they put together this race, we all wanted to do everything we could to help out. And so that's why we run every year Head for the Cure.
Hi, I'm Mario Diana. I'm the Assistant News Director here at KSAT 12. We run in honor of Jim Boyle, who was our former news director. He hired me, he hired Stephanie, he hired everybody, and really gave us a shot at what we are still doing to this day. And we miss him. I think about him all the time. I know that one thing that he and I bonded over, there's a lot we bonded over, but especially running. And when he passed away, one of the things we wanted to make sure was get a run in his honor, and we couldn't be more proud of Head for the Cure being that run. It really means a lot to him and his family, who was just as passionate and as loving as he was. And we miss you, Jim, and we think about you all the time.
What do you think? Can't think at all. What you gonna do? Gonna live my life. So slide over here and give me a moment. Your moves are so wrong. I've got to let you know. I've got to let you know. You're one of my kind. I need you tonight, 'cause I'm not sleeping. There's something about you, girl, that makes me sweat. So how do you feel? I'm lonely. What do you think? Can't think at all. What you gonna do? Gonna live my life. How do you feel? I'm lonely. What do you think? Can't think at all. What you gonna do? Gonna live my life. So slide over here and give me a moment. Your moves are so wrong. I've got to let you know. I've got to let you know. So slide over here and give me a moment. I've got to let you know. I've got to let you know. You're one of my kind. Oh yeah, let's check it with them like this. Well, it's a one for the money, a two for the show, a three to get ready. Now go, cat, go, don't you step on my blue suede shoe, yeah. Well, you can do anything but take off my blue suede shoe, oh yeah. Well, you can knock me down, or step on my face, or slander my name all over the place, or do anything.
Good morning. Yeah, incredible turnout this morning. I think all the runners, walkers are done with their task today of walking or running that 5K. And Katie Villarreal, I have her with me. She's actually one of the participants for today. How's that run for you today? Did you walk, run?
I walked, and it was hard. I'm a brain tumor survivor, and after my surgery, I wasn't able to walk. So it was really liberating to be able to do that.
So it's huge for you to be out here today.
Huge. It's very huge.
And you're also helping others. Tell us about the support group that you're involved with.
Yes, we have a support group that meets once a month, the second Tuesday of the month at Warm Springs in the Medical Center. We get there at 7 o'clock. If you want to join us, you're just free to come. It's for people who are battling, have battled cancerous, non-cancerous, caregivers. It doesn't matter. Everyone is welcome.
And why is it so important to have, obviously, sometimes people who are battling this or family members, they feel alone. So for you, having survived that, how important is it for you to give back in that way?
Very important. I feel like we can all relate to each other in a way that others don't understand. And there's so many of us out there that people don't even realize. So it's just really important that we all come together and realize we're not alone and we're in this together. That's our motto, is we're in this together.
Wonderful. One more time, the name of the support group?
Brain Tumor Support Group at Warm Springs, second Tuesday, 7 o'clock.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for being out.
Blue suede shoes, whoa, blue, 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 blue suede shoes. Ready to do the bank when they offer my blue suede shoes. Ahora sí una cumbia. Báilale, báilale, báilale. Con ganas. Si te vienen a contar cositas malas de mí, anda todos a volar y diles que yo no fui. Yo te aseguro que yo no fui, son puros cuentos de por ahí. Tú me tienes que creer a mí, yo te lo juro que yo no fui. I didn't do it, yo no fui. Si te vienen a contar cositas malas de mí, anda todos a volar y diles que yo no fui. Todos me dicen por ahí que tienes cara de yo no fui. A ti te dicen el yo lo vi, tú me tienes que creer a mí. Ay mamá que yo no fui, yo no fui. Mira muchacho que yo no fui, yo no fui. Tienes cara de pirulí, yo no fui. Mira chaparra que yo no fui, yo no fui. Te dije mi amor, yo no, it wasn't me, yo no fui. Échale la culpa a tu nena aquí. No, mejor vení. Otra vez, mi amigo. Échame la culpa. Si te vienen a contar cositas malas de mí, anda todos a volar y diles que yo no fui. Todos me dicen por ahí que tienes cara de yo no fui. A ti te dicen el yo lo vi, tú me tienes que creer a mí. No, 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 yo no fui. I didn't do it. Hey, do it now. love behind. But still I kept on fighting, losing every step of the way. I said I must go back there, just got to go back there and check to see if things are the same.
Good morning. Well, this is the energy that they're receiving the runners with. Just look at this. Emotional. Some come in tears, obviously overjoyed, remembering their loved ones, the ones that they've lost. And one of the finishers right here, a father, he lost his daughter. Good morning. We haven't even met, but I heard your story. What is your name, sir?
David Flores.
And your daughter's name?
Americas.
And that's who you're running for?
Yes.
How long ago did you lose her?
It's already been since 08. It's been a while, but it's something that feels like it just happened last year.
And she was only 6, correct?
5.
She was tiny. And going through that 5K, who were you with? And obviously, what is going through your mind? Who are you thinking of?
Well, I'm actually we're actually doing this for my mother too. My mother has brain tumors as well. But most of the times I run. This year I didn't run. We all walked it. We have an infant now. But it helps me. It gives me that drive to feel like I could suffer a little bit for nothing close to what they suffered. For everybody pitching in for a good cause. If we can help an adult or another child not to go through this again, that's what we're trying to do.
Thank you so much, and I'm so sorry for the loss of Americas. How long did she battle for?
For 3.5 years.
3.5 years, and lost at 5 years old. I'm so sorry for your loss, and you're so strong. And look at his beautiful family here, his wife, the baby.
Her sister.
Her sister?
This is her younger sister.
How is it for you running out here in memory of your sister?
It feels pretty great to be able to do this for my sister and to try to find a cure to help others.
What would you tell people at home if they're sitting at home and next year they should come participate and maybe honor your sister or help others?
I think they should come because it's fun. We have a great time, and
you're doing it for a good cause.
Yeah, pretty much.
Thank you so much. So thank you, sir. Thank you so much to you and your family. Those are some of the beautiful stories.
But thanks to God and Dr. Alfredo Quiñones and his team at Johns Hopkins, Carlos had an opportunity to live another 16 months. The research efforts allowed Carlos to fight and enjoy his friends and family more than a year. In his battle with brain cancer, Carlos was a strong believer in finding a cure with his devastating disease. He first heard about Head for the Cure. There was no question that he would participate. He was all in, and we were all in. In 2014, Carlos led the entire family to fight for a cure. Carlos believed in giving back and helping others have a fighting chance with this awful disease. Participating every year for us is a way to honor and remember Carlos's fight and link hands together with other families who have gone through the same journey as those who are in the same battle now.
En esta mañana para nosotros es un privilegio poder hablar de nuestro hermano Juan Carlos García, que fue diagnosticado con un tumor de cáncer en el 2014, en febrero 13. Para nosotros cuando recibimos en esta noticia, fue una noticia que quebró nuestro corazón, ya que algo era que nunca habíamos vivido. Juan Carlos tenía siempre dolores de cabeza y siempre se quejaba de que a lo mejor necesitaba anteojos o quizás le dolía una muela. Pero realmente es algo muy importante que nosotros queremos hacer saber a las personas que escuchan esto, es de que muchas veces cuando los dolores de cabeza son tan intensos, también tenemos que cuidar y saber qué es lo que está pasando. Y para nosotros es algo muy importante compartir por la razón de que Carlos, nuestro hermano, que solamente tenía 45 años, pudimos compartir tiempo con él. A él le habían dado 3 meses nada más de vida, pero buscamos un doctor, que es el doctor Alfredo Quiñones, en Johns Hopkins, en Baltimore, y ese doctor nos dio la oportunidad, lo operó y pudo vivir Carlos todavía 16 meses más. En ese tiempo pudimos conocer todos los hermanos, que somos 10 hermanos, pudimos conocer a Carlos a otro nivel, conocer su corazón y conocer la fe tan grande que él tenía, seguir creyendo que podía dar a la comunidad y darle a saber a las personas que sí, hay que seguir adelante, hay que seguir teniendo fe, hay que seguir creyendo, y por esa razón cada año nosotros queremos seguir adelante haciendo este evento para recaudar fondos, para buscar una respuesta. El nombre de nuestro equipo se llama Seabiscuit. La razón que se llama Seabiscuit es porque Carlos, mi hermano, se identificaba mucho con un caballo que se veía entrenado para perder, pero era un campeón adentro en su corazón. Por esa razón seguiremos adelante buscando una respuesta para el cáncer del cerebro.
Support Head for the Cure 5K and a foundation that it supports the brain tumors. Here we go.
3,
okay.
2, 1.
What a 5K! Hi everybody, it's Jenna Heilman, Executive Director of Head for the Cure. And I just want to give an amazing thank you and shout out to Steve and the entire team at KSAT. Each and every year you all show up and help us promote this event and support this event, and we simply couldn't do it without you. I also want to give a huge thanks to Team Frederick, Team Seabiscuit, Team Boyle, Folclorio de Bendiciones, for all of your support and for helping us with our actual virtual 5K today.
Thank you so much, San Antonio, for your fantastic support this year. We've raised $50,000, have 600 participants, and 53 teams participating today.
But guess what, San Antonio? The fun is not over yet. Not only will registrations remain open through tomorrow, Sunday, September 27th, but also donations will remain open for several weeks to come. We know it's a tough time, especially in the San Antonio community, but this cause is so important to everyone who has ever been impacted by this disease. At this time, it's my pleasure to welcome Anita Martin from the University Health System.
As the only locally owned and operated health system in San Antonio,
all of us at University Health System take to heart our responsibility to support this community in ways that have a real and substantial impact. And that is exactly why we support Head for the Cure and sponsored programs that affect the health and wellness of our community. We are joined by our mission of caring for patients and families impacted by this disease. As we pivot to this new virtual walk, University Health is inspired by your commitment to bring hope and awareness to brain cancer patients and their families while celebrating their courage, spirit, and energy. So get outside, enjoy the day, because every step matters for Head for the Cure.
Thank you, Anita. It's truly amazing to hear all of the things that you all do to support the brain tumor community in the greater San Antonio area. Now I get to acknowledge some of our overachievers when it comes to team participation, team fundraising, and individual fundraising.
Our largest teams. In third place with 34 participants is Team Frederick. In second place with 56 participants is Joe's Brain Farts. And our first place team with 58 participants is Headstrong. And now our top fundraising teams. In third place, raising more than $6,400 is Kenesha's Crew. In second place, raising more than $7,000 is Team Boyle. And in first place, with raising almost $11,500, is Divas for Diane. Fantastic job to our teams. All right, now for our individuals who have gone above and beyond for fundraising. In third place, raising over $1,500 is Shannon McKenna. In second place, raising over $2,000 is Cheryl Deering. And in first place, raising over $3,600 again this year is Erin Dempsey.
It's now my favorite part of our day. We get to acknowledge all of our survivors. Our survivors are who ignite each and every one of us to participate. At each of our 5Ks in San Antonio, you see over 1,000 people there because of the impact of one of these people. And it's my pleasure to be able to read the names and show a photo collage of our survivors today. We know we can't bring everybody up to the stage, but this is still a way that we can let you all know that we are here by your side.
Ben, Heidi Rose, Jeffrey, George, Eric, Debbie, Michael, Brandon, Victoria, John, Monica, Laura, Vicky, Christina, Jennifer, Terry, Braden, Sophia, and Grace.
Thank you for allowing us to be a part of your journey and for allowing us to celebrate you today. As was mentioned before, Head for the Cure exists to ignite that hope for the brain tumor community. That hope started with just one individual, Chris Anthony. Chris passed away from a glioblastoma in 2003, and his brother was so inspired by Chris's journey that he started Head for the Cure Foundation. During Chris's battle with brain cancer, he faced each and every day with 3 simple words: keeping the faith. That was faith in himself, faith in a cure, faith in tomorrow, and for him it was faith spiritually. And at each of our 5K events, we have the amazing ability to honor some of our survivors with that very special recognition of keeping the faith. And new this year in San Antonio, we're also celebrating caregivers with our Stevie Patrick Legacy of Love Award. These caregivers have extremely large hearts and have given the best of themselves to support someone else throughout their journey with a brain tumor. So at this time, please join us as we recognize our Keeping the Faith and our Legacy of Love recipients.
Head for the Cure 5K events are not only successful fundraisers in the fight against brain cancer, but unique tributes for those currently fighting this terrible disease and remembering those who have lost their battles. Head for the Cure was started in honor of a man named Chris Anthony. Chris's motto was always keeping the faith. He lived it daily. He signed off every email with keeping the faith. And his faith enabled him to maintain his grace, dignity, courage, and strength throughout his illness. That's why every year we honor brain cancer patients and their loved ones with a special recognition we call Keeping the Faith. Each of their stories is personal and special, and all are inspiring. Victoria Ledham, nominated by Carla Ledham. Victoria Ledham was diagnosed with a brain tumor in November of 2019. She has had 3 seizures. The first seizure happened at summer camp while she was in the lake. She had her second seizure after donating platelets. The third seizure was after dancing at an event, and she was then given an MRI where they found the tumor. She had brain surgery in December where they were able to do a complete resection. Victoria then underwent physical therapy. Victoria graduated in 2020 from Steele High School. She graduated in the top 1% of her class. Victoria was the lieutenant colonel of her dance team in high school and participated in band, honor society, and key club. Victoria is presently a freshman at the University of North Dakota and majoring in meteorology. Victoria's dad, David Ledham, received the Keeping the Faith Award in 2017 while he was recovering and fighting a grade 4 glioblastoma brain tumor. He passed away in 2018 after fighting GBM for 18 months. Victoria is an incredibly strong young lady. She has faced the loss of her father and the diagnosis of her own brain tumor with so much grace and strength. Victoria relies heavily on her faith in God to help her through these difficult situations. Jeffrey Carter, nominated by Jeff and Stacy Carter. Our son Jeffrey, on February 25, 2014, drove himself to school as he did every day. When he arrived, he called to inform us that he was not feeling well. We told him to go see the school nurse. The school nurse called for us to pick Jeffrey up from school. He stated that he felt dizzy, nauseous, and when he walked, his gait was very off. Jeffrey is very fit and healthy. He was on the varsity cross-country and wrestling team. His primary care physician conducted an exam and decided that he should get an MRI on the same day. On February 26, 2014, the day after his MRI, the doctor called to inform us that a golf ball-sized tumor was found on his brain. On February 28, 2014, Jeffrey was seen by a neurosurgeon. The neurosurgeon informed us that a tumor review board at Brooke Army Medical Center would determine if surgery would be needed. The neurosurgeon called on Sunday, March 2, 2014, to tell us to have our son at the hospital on March 3, 2014 for surgery. During a 6-hour surgery, the doctor removed as much of the tumor as possible without doing permanent damage. Several biopsies were taken and sent for testing. Testing confirmed that Jeffrey had diffuse astrocytoma grade 2 of the cerebellum. He was in pediatric ICU for 3 days and was released on March 5, 2014. Upon release, we spent many hours going to occupational therapy, learning how to use motor skills. After the surgery, the tremors in his right hand made it difficult for him to do regular tasks, such as writing and eating. Today, Jeffrey's oncologist recommends that he is monitored and has an MRI done annually. We are very thankful and happy to this day he is doing well. He has run the San Antonio Head for the Cure every year since 2015 and has placed in his age group. This is the one race, no matter what, we run together as a family. Grace Quinn, nominated by Bernadette Barnes. Grace Quinn's cancer journey began in 2012 with a diagnosis of ovarian cancer, followed by extensive surgery. She then required chemo for 18 weeks. Her strength and perseverance during this time was truly remarkable, and her demeanor was always upbeat and positive. When she completed her treatments, she was placed on a maintenance drug for a year. She remained cancer-free for almost 2 years until it returned in June 2015. Once again, she underwent chemo and beat the odds and was in remission. She was celebrating almost 5 years of being cancer-free when she felt a lump in her breast in September 2020. She underwent a lumpectomy, and the lymph node that was removed was benign. About 3 weeks later, she felt dizzy. and went to the hospital to discover that she had a golf ball-sized brain tumor. She proceeded to have surgery in which the entire tumor was removed. Her journey continues as she now will undergo radiation followed by more chemo. To say that we view her as a true warrior and hero is an understatement. She has always kept her faith strong, and prayers from family and friends has strengthened her. Her husband Jeff has been her rock. She is mom to Megan and husband Matt, Amanda and husband Jason, and Justin. She is Grandma Gigi to Ethan, Abby, Ellie, Ryan, and baby girl due in November. She is also supported and loved by her sisters, Rita, Mary, and Bernadette and their families. She is thankful to God, her angels above, and the many prayers from family and friends that keep her on the positive path of healing and allow her to live by her motto, "Bring on tomorrow, I've got today." Thank you for your courage and for allowing us to honor you. New this year, the Legacy of Love nomination is easily defined by actions of integrity, encouragement, determination, and truly loving and serving others, especially those in need. The recipient of this must have a strong desire to encourage and help others. This deserving person must be a leader each day and also have the courage to smile in the midst of adversity. We now like to share their story.
Carmen Frederick, nominated by Catherine Price. The word warrior is used to define someone that is strong, does not give up easily, and shows a lot of courage. My mother, Carmen Frederick, is that. She is unlike anyone in this world. She has a presence that calms you and makes you want to do better. She has never met a stranger and is always willing to lend a helping hand, whether that's to family or a stranger needing help looking for her car in a parking lot. My whole life, I have looked up to this woman. Through everything in life that has been thrown her way, she has handled it with such grace. My mom was a single mother raising 2 kids, and she put her love life on hold to make sure my brother and I had everything we ever wanted. Back in 2006, the man I was grateful to call Dad took 2 kids in and treated them like his own, and our families became one in December of 2009. Our life changed just 3 short years later on November 10th, 2012, when my dad Frank Frederick was diagnosed with stage 4 glioblastoma. My mom remained positive and strong through 2 brain surgeries, 2 rounds of chemotherapy and radiation, and through countless hours of physical therapy. She always said we would get through this together. She never once complained about being exhausted or that it was all too much for her. She had a smile on her face every single day, no matter that she was hurting on the inside. She never let my dad or us kids see the pain she had. On July 11th, 2014, my dad passed away. The one thing that made my mom so happy was gone, but one thing remained the same: her strength to keep it all together. She was the light my dad needed through everything, the light I needed to handle losing the only father figure I had, and what our family needed to get through the tough times ahead. She encouraged us to keep going. She always reminds us to this day that Frank, Dad, Grandpa, brother, uncle would be so proud. She is the essence of a hero. She is my hero. Today, 7 years later, she's determined to help other families going through the same thing. She wants them to feel supported and loved just like people did for her.
And finally, we know that this disease has taken too many lives from us. While these people aren't here on earth by our side, we know that they live forever in our hearts, in our minds, and in our souls. We want to take this time to celebrate those memories with you today. We know some of you may not have had the opportunity to submit your own celebration of life, memory, and photo, but there is still plenty of time to do so. But at this time, please join us for our celebration of life. Thank you all again so much for being here today, for showing your support, and for registering and donating all of us today. By sharing your pictures and your own journeys, you are helping ignite that hope that is so needed for everyone who has ever faced this disease, whether personally, as a caregiver, as a clinician, or just a general supporter. Thank you so much for everything that you all continue to do. And San Antonio, we cannot wait to see you all in person for our 8th annual Head for the Cure 5K in 2021. We hope you all have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you soon. Nosotros sabemos que este año será extremadamente difícil. Sin embargo, su presencia el día de hoy da esperanza a todos aquellos que han luchado y a los que aún hoy están librando la batalla contra el cáncer cerebral. Sin duda, todos tenemos que trabajar juntos y apoyarnos, y así dejar en claro que nadie está solo en esta pelea.